Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this afternoon's business meeting. Before we begin, I'd like to ask everyone to please bow your head for a moment of silent reflection. Man, thank you. Before we start, we'll call the roll for all the commissioners. If you would just answer. Commissioner Belser?
Here.
Commissioner Irvin?
Here.
Commissioner Howard?
Here.
Commissioner Whitfield?
Here.
Commissioner Hamilton?
Here.
And Commissioner Randall is here, so we're all here. And we'll turn it over to Mr. Menges.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. For our first item of business, staff proposes that our next commission business meeting be held on Wednesday, July 15th at 2 o'clock.
Very good, thank you.
On our utilities agenda, items 1 through 18 are telecom interconnection agreements or amendment to interconnection agreements that can be taken together in the following dockets: 2020-148C, 2007-179C, 2010-191C, 2013-403C, 2019-325C, 1997-383C, 2003-332C, 2006-178C, 2010-94C, 2018-350C, 2014-188C, 2009-121C, 2009-427C, 1998-473C, 2000-473C, 1997-2018C, 2020-151C, and 2010-37C.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Hamilton, speak up, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the interconnection agreements and amendments in the interconnection agreements as listed by Mr. Menges. So move, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Hamilton's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Howard.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Aye.
And Commissioner Hamilton.
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 19, docket numbers 1985-150C and 2013-421C. We have a request to cancel a payphone certificate.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Howard.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the company's amended request to cancel CenturyLink Communication Incorporated payphone certificate. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Howard's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Hamilton.
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Aye.
Commissioner Howard.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 20, docket number 2005-83A. This matter concerns the procedural schedule for fuel adjustment clause cases.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser.
I move that the commission staff establish a discussion group with electrical utilities subject to annual fuel proceedings. This discussion group to include the electrical utilities, ORS, the consumer advocate, and interested stakeholders on possible modification to procedural schedules of current fuel case procedures. These possible modifications may include, but are not limited to, additional time to conduct discovery, additional time between the deadline for the filing of direct testimony by the utilities and the deadline for filing direct testimony by ORS and interveners, additional time between filing of rebuttal and surrebuttal testimonies, access to data earlier in the process upon filing of discovery by parties, additional time after the hearing for the commission to consider the evidence and issue its order prior to the effective date of any new fuel factor, and/or other schedule modifications. Mr. Chairman, that's my motion. I would note that this issue has come up in a couple of the fuel cases, and since the fuel statute over the last few years has become a bit more complicated with new and added matters to be considered in the fuel factor. I think the last time that I can remember that the schedules were adjusted was around 2004. I believe that the staff at that time met with the utilities and interested stakeholders to try to space out the fuel proceedings a little bit more, because they were all right there in the spring and all three and trying to get those done. So I think it is an appropriate time to revisit the scheduling, not necessarily of when the fuel factors go into effect, but the process that goes into those hearings to make sure that the parties have sufficient time to review all the material and get their positions straight. So that's my motion.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belser's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Howard?
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield?
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton?
Aye.
Commissioner Belser?
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 21, docket number 2023E, we have a petition to intervene.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser?
I move that the commission grant the petition to intervene filed by Southern Alliance for Clean Energy and the South Carolina Coastal Conservation League.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belser's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Howard?
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield?
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton?
Aye.
Commissioner Belser?
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item 22, docket number 2019-182E, we have another petition to intervene.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield, I can barely hear you.
Mr. Chairman. Can you hear me now?
Better.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the petition to intervene filed by North Carolina Sustainable Energy Association.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Hamilton?
Aye.
Commissioner Belser?
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Howard?
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield?
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item 23, docket number 2020-152E, we have a petition to intervene.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser?
I move that the commission grant the petition to intervene filed by Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated. I move.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belser's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Howard?
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield?
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton?
Aye.
Commissioner Belser?
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item 24, docket number 2020-152E, we have a joint consent motion for a briefing schedule.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Howard?
Mr. Chairman, I move we grant the parties joint consent motion for a briefing schedule. To this end, I further move that we first require Dominion and Office of Regulatory Staff to file written responses on or before July the 24th, 2020, to the underlying petition for exemption to Regulation 103-327A. And then second, we require the petitioner, South Bay of Mount Pleasant LLC, to file a reply or replies on or before July the 31st, 2020, addressing the responses filed by Dominion and filed by ORS. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Howard's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Whitfield.
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton. Commissioner Hamilton.
Aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Howard.
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item 25, docket number 2020-135E, a motion to dismiss has been filed in this docket.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Whitfield.
Mr. Chairman, Kimberly Wilson complains of abnormally high electricity bills during the summer of 2017. She requests that Duke correct her billing based on past and present history and refund the difference. In the alternative, the complainant requests release from Duke's service area to acquire the services of Lawrence Electric, whom she alleges is willing to service her location. DEC moves the commission to dismiss the complaint. The company argues, based on the results of the meter testing, the high usage appeared to be due to an issue on the customer side of the meter. Further, DEC argues the complainant fails to adequately allege that the company has violated any applicable statute or regulation for which the commission can grant relief. The complainant's AMI meter was installed on May 17, 2017. Following installation, she was billed at $666.67 and $630.19 during the months of August 2017 and September 2017, respectively. Wilson initially filed a high bill complaint with DEC during the summer of 2017. Thereafter, she filed a complaint with ORS on December the 6th, 2017. The company's motion to dismiss discusses higher than August and September 2017. The company tested Wilson's meter on September 27, 2017, and again on January 10, 2018. In both instances, the meter tested well within the Commission's tolerances prescribed by Commission Regulation 103-323. In a letter dated January 18, 2018, ORS reported that it reviewed the complainant's usage and stated, quote, it appeared consistent with past usage and current weather conditions, end quote. Further, ORS acknowledged that the meter tested within limits of accuracy as prescribed by Commission regulation. In regard to the complainant's alternative request to change service providers, both providers must agree to the change. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, based on the information filed in the docket and the accuracy of the meter in question, I move that we dismiss Ms. Wilson's complaint. Further, we move that we deny the complainant's request to change service providers since both utilities have not agreed to the change. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Hamilton.
Aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Howard.
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Chairman, that completes the utilities agenda. Turning to our transportation agenda, items 1 through 3 are new applications that can be taken together. Item number 1, docket 2020-154T, is SKS Transportation LLC. Item 2, docket 2020-155T, Gregory Pogue Enterprises LLC. And item 3, docket 2020-156T is Amon Medical Transport LLC.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Hamilton.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we grant the interconnection agreements and amendments to the interconnection agreements as listed in items 1 through 3. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Hamilton, I think those are grant new applications in those items in the transportation.
Right, we move down. I grant the new applications in items 1 through 3 as identified. So move, Mr. Chair. Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you, Commissioner Hamilton. You've heard Commissioner Hamilton's motion. Are there questions or comments? Not. Commissioner Belzer.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Howard.
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Chairman, item number 4, docket 2020-99T, we have a request to rescind.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the request of SKS Transportation LLC to rescind Commission Order Number 2020-206.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Hamilton.
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer.
Aye.
Commissioner Howard.
Aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 5, docket numbers 1994-354T and 2020-117T. We have a request for exemption to vehicle placarding requirements.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Howard.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the request of Silver and Gold Senior Transportation, LLC, for exemption from South Carolina Regulation Code annotated Section 58-23-80, Regulations 103-153.1 regarding vehicle ID markings. ORS has reviewed and has no objection to the request of Silver and Gold Senior Transportation, LLC, for exemption from South Carolina Code annotated Section 58-23-80, Regulations 103-153.1 regarding the vehicle ID marking. ORS states that consistent with Commission Order Number 2016-691 and docket number 2016-344T and 1994-354T, Silver and Gold is a Class C charter, and its vehicles identified as a Class C charter by limousine license plates and window stickers. Despite the absence of placarding, ORA states that a vehicle similar to Silver and Gold's Chrysler 300 was approved by this commission in order number 2018-84 and docket number 194-354T. So moved by the chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Howard's motion. Are there questions or comments? Not. Commissioner Whitfield.
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to reluctantly vote aye, but I think that this is going to be an issue that we're going to need to revisit. But I will vote aye on this matter.
Thank you. Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Howard.
Aye.
And I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Chairman, item number 6, docket number 2019-82T, we have a request to cancel.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belzer.
I move that the commission grant the request of Nielsen Logistics LLC to cancel Class C Charter Certificate number 9446. So move.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belzer's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Howard,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton,
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 7, docket number 1998-558T, we have a request to cancel.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belzer.
I move that the commission grant the request of Kenneth I. Scott, doing business as Scott Tours, the request to cancel Class C Charter Bus Certificate number 0080. So move.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belzer's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Howard,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton,
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item 8, docket number 2019-384T, we have a request for an extension of time.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Hamilton,
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we grant the request of Pleasant Care LLC for a 45-day extension of time until September 11th, 2020, to comply with commission rules and regulations. So move, Mr. Chair.
thank you. You've heard Commissioner Hamilton's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, all in favor, If not, Commissioner Belzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Howard,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries.
Item number 9, docket number 2019-247T, we have a request for an extension of time.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the request of 3J's Transportation LLC for an extension of time until September 1, 2020, to comply with commission rules and regulations.
thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Hamilton,
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Howard,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item 10, docket 2020-101T, we have a request for an extension of time.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Belzer,
I move that the commission grant the request of Joyful Time Rides LLC for an extension of time until September 1, 2020, to comply with commission rules and regulations. So move.
thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belzer's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Howard,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton,
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item 11, docket number 2020-82T, we have a request for an extension of time.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the request of TDK Transporting LLC for a 30-day extension of time until July 31, 2020, to comply with commission rules and regulations. So moved.
thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Hamilton,
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Howard,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Item 12, docket number 2020-134T, we have a request to amend.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Howard,
Mr. Chairman, I move we grant the request of All My Sons Moving and Storage of Charlton LLC to amend its tariff. Office of Regulatory Staff has reviewed the matter and determined that the company is in compliance with all applicable commission rules and regulations. And ORS also states that it has not received any consumer complaints related to AMS Charleston in the past 12 months. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Howard's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Hamilton,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Howard,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Chairman, item number 13, docket number 2019-261T. We have a request for a suspension.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the request of ASG Transportation LLC to suspend Class C Charter Certificate number 9478 for 1 year until July 1, 2021. So moved.
thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, Commissioner Hamilton,
Aye.
Commissioner Belzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Howard,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitfield,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, that completes today's agenda.
Thank you. I want to thank everyone for being here today, participating. Is there anything else that needs to come before us? And if not, we are adjourned. Thank you.